Illinois is facing another ecological crisis. An invasive species has been spreading throughout the Chicagoland area and is killing our urban forests. These organisms are the gypsy moth. An invasive species is a non-native biotic organism or species that has been introduced into a new environment that causes harm to plants, animals, and in some cases humans. The gypsy moth are a serious predator to our urban forests and trees because when their larvae are hatched, they chew tiny holes in the leaves of our shrubs and trees in the springtime. As the larvae mature, they start eating away at the leaves of our urban trees, and in some cases they are known to fully defoliate the trees. The gypsy moth is known for feeding off the oak species. The oak tree is a biotic organism in North America that is split into two categories, white and red oak. The red oak trees are known to have a darker bark and lobe leaves with a point at the end. The white oak have a lighter colored bark and rounded lobes. The gypsy moth, also in many occasions, is known to stop the water travel into the tree it's living on. But to know how the water gets to this point, we will need to review part of the water cycle. Water enters the tree through the roots called the process called osmosis, and any leftover dissolved nutrients will travel through the tree's capillary system into the leaves. Then the tree lifts the water up, then around 90% of the water is evaporated into the atmosphere. Now that we're talking about water, let's bring it to a larger scale and talk about the water cycle as a whole. The water cycle is made up of 5 main parts. First, evaporation. Evaporation is when the sun heats up bodies of water and plants, creating water vapor that is lifted into the air. Next is transpiration. This is a process from which water travels through the plant's roots, through the leaves, and is released into the atmosphere. In a sense, you could see it as evaporation of the water from plant leaves. Next is condensation. Condensation is when the water is collected as droplets on a cold surface, and when human air makes contact with it, it starts forming clouds. The second to last is precipitation. This is when water condenses so much the air cannot hold it anymore. The clouds get denser and water falls back to the earth in form of rain, hail, sleet, or snow. The last is collection. This happens after the water falls back to the earth after the precipitation. Fun fact, did you know on rainy days gypsy moths cannot fly? In Chicago, we are known for our unpredictable weather. So most of these days, these moths are stuck in trees they are feeding off of and killing. In the Chicagoland area, we are used to a big city life. But whenever you need a break from the stress, you can always look forward to visiting one of our beautiful urban forests. When the threat of the gypsy moth, these forests might be in peril. To know if your urban forest is healthy, you should check to see if the forest maintains a variety of unique species while keeping its basic structure. Also, the forest should be able to provide for the current and future needs of the people and other services. Please help us stop these pests from ruining our beautiful urban forests. This is Simon Goldman signing off.